exciting.
My very first children's book ever.
I'm ordering it.
Get that.
I'm ordering it. Okay, so we continue. We're already halfway through the presentation. Time flies. Susie, where should we go next?
So here's what I just want to say, a few more things about the must-have documents. The reason I call them the must-have documents, people, is because every one of you must have them. I don't care what your lawyers say. I don't care what anybody else says. The less money you have, the more you need a living revocable trust. A lot of you think that trusts are just for people who have a lot of money. Listen, if you have a lot of money, it doesn't really care what you have. You're going to get through and it's going to be okay and who cares. But if you are just out there and you're making it and you're saving it and you want more for yourself and you want more for your kids and you just want to be able to give them and give yourself what you deserve, you need certain documents, and a living revocable trust is a must-have. You need a will besides a living revocable trust, and you need the advanced directive and durable power of attorney for healthcare to tell your doctors what you want them to do if you can't tell them yourselves. So number one, you need those documents. Yeah. Number two, I'm just going to reiterate this again. This was done by my trust lawyer. Millions of people out there have this program. It has changed their lives in 30 short minutes. We just updated all the technology. It's easier than it's ever been before. You don't have to leave your home. We're coming into your home. But it's not just the $2,500 value. It's what happens when you do these documents and then you go from being single to married. Oh, you have to go back to the lawyer again. Married with no kids to married with a kid. Back to the lawyer again. $500, $1,000, whatever it is, you can go back as many times as you want and update these for you. And again, it's just like you're seeing it on your screen. This is how we do it. Again, I'm going to tell you, it's only 30 minutes to 1 hour at most to do it. You answer questions. As you're answering, I'm there to take you through and to help you with anything. And so that's how it essentially works. And then what happens? This program selects the correct version of the documents for you. It depends on your situation. It's different if you're single versus married, children versus no children, a blended family. You have to have the correct document. It's not one size fits all. You then answer a few more questions. Up comes your document. You will turn on your audio and Janet will take you line by line through the document. Everything in blue, that's legal. Maybe you don't understand it. You'll click on it and up will come the definition. Everything in red, that is the information that you put in. Hey, you're reading it and you go, oh my God, I spelt their name wrong, or you change your mind. No problem. You just click on it, put in the correct information, and it automatically repopulates all the documents for you. So in a very short time, what have you done? You've printed these out, and now we will show you exactly where to sign them, and it will be, the instructions will also print out, and it will be according to the state that you live in. So you've personalized them, you've printed them out, but it's important that after you have them notarized and you do everything you have to do, that you put them in a place that you can find them. So again, these must-have documents are $2,500 for these four. But you go back, doesn't cost you another penny because you're going right here. You want to share it with as many people as you want, you can. And last but not least, we have automatic help for you.
I was just going to ask
you. If you have a question about this program, this is what it looks like on your screen. You'll hit help.
This is huge.
And then you can send in an email question, and either myself, Janet, or one of our assistants will answer. You can call in a question, or we have live chat. You just text your question and we immediately answer your question for you. I think that's Monday through Friday, certain areas like all day, but it's there for you. I don't know anywhere in the world that you have access to the world's personal finance expert, her trust lawyer, that's now going to be your trust lawyer, to answer questions for you, to have this done in 30 minutes, all internet access ready on every single one of your mobile devices, pictures that you can import. It's extraordinary. You have to try it.
You know, it takes a minute to digest because there is so much good stuff in there. And Susie's done something that is so remarkable in that she's made it so darn easy. She has taken topics and areas that most of us, our eyes would just boggle at how we even get there or get it done or how we'd even get started. And she's made it child's play. She's made it so darn easy, and for so many of us who have watched Susie for so many years. I talk about Susie like she's not here, but I watched Susie back at home in England. I was sat in my living room in London watching Susie. There are those of us that listen to Susie and watch Susie and know that what Susie says is correct. Susie is one of the most requested speakers, advisors, and true personal finance experts in the world. And let me tell you, when Susie does something, she does it right. And that's why already you can see full 5-star customer pick. This one's non-negotiable. This one isn't the luxury, this is the necessity. We have to get this. If you do not have that revocable trust, if you do not have that will, if you struggle to know how to get things to where they need to be, this will do it for you. When Susie said if there was a knock at the door, do you have everything in one place? When you showed that trunk drawer, that's what most of us have, Susie.
Yeah, and this, you know, this is true. I'm not making this up, people. Be honest with yourselves. Isn't this what your life looks like? When your life looks like this, I promise you, when you are disorganized, you do not have the money in your life that you're supposed to have. Because when you're disorganized with things that should matter, you're also disorganized with your money. So let me just organize you by the protection portfolio, water resistant. In fact, I just quickly have to show you this because I just love this, right? When I say water resistant, I mean it is water resistant. So this thing's been floating here, and if I try to push this down, it will come straight back up. You should all, when you get this at home, give it a bathtub test. Fill up your bathtub, try to sink it. You won't be able to. And it's important because flooding is happening everywhere. It can be where just somebody, maybe you live in an apartment and the firemen, there's a fire in the apartment above you and everything is soaked. But you know, it strikes me, Adam, that we've only told them about the must-have documents, and there are 5 other golden nuggets that this little card opens up for you. So again, you get a card, activation code, you go on SuzeOrman.com, and up opens the world of what you get. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is the insurance evaluator. But before we do, I just want to say this to you. You have insurance on your house, don't you? After you have insurance on your house, how many times has your insurance agent called you to say, should you increase your insurance? Should you decrease it? Back in 2007, 2008, when houses went down and down, did any insurance agent call you to say you were overinsured? Once you get insurance, do you hear from them again? No. Insurance is the second, besides a mortgage, most expensive expense that you have every single month. So you need to know you have the right insurance, that you have the right amount, and you need to know from somebody who doesn't want to sell you anything. They just want to make sure that you are protected. Let me show you about the insurance evaluator. You're going to go and click on it. If you have home, auto, life, disability, or long-term care, or you want to buy it, what this evaluator does is it will evaluate your policies you have. It will identify insurance premium discounts. There's a home inventory tracker, a disaster simulator, and you can ask any question online about insurance, and up will come the answer. So that's what this will do for you. So if you're going to buy insurance, don't you dare go buy an insurance without first consulting this. For those of you who want life insurance, the only type of life insurance you should be buying is term life insurance. If you have whole life, universal, or variable life, sweethearts, you are making the biggest mistake in your life. You're getting ripped off, in my opinion. So in today's day and age, you have got to make sure that you aren't making mistakes. And the insurance evaluator will do that for you.
You are $20.25 away from putting all of that in order. $20.25 on Flex away from making sure that everything is the way it should be. And needless to say, this amount of money you're going to save in a heartbeat. Let's go to the phones. Jill is in California and now live on HSN. Jill, please meet Suze Orman.
Hello, Susie.
Hello, Jill. How are you?
Well, you've been my hero for at least 15 years.
Oh, girlfriend, thanks so much. Tell me what you need to know. I see on the screen it says that you're getting ready for retirement.
Yes, and that was through your help. I owned your green folder many years ago.
That was from 2002. Can you believe that one?
Yes, and every time you upgraded, I upgraded with you. So I'm upgrading again because I figure you are improving, so I'm going to improve with you.
Yeah, you're going to love this one a lot. And what you're really going to love about this one, especially if you're planning for retirement, we have one of the golden nuggets that I call them now are my 10 books. And one of the books on here is all about retirement and what you need to know. So you can see it on your screen right now. You know, it's called the Protection Library. And you will see that it has 10 books that we can run for you right now and to let you see what they are. And each one of these books will tell you what you need to know. And there is one specifically on retirement. And what's so great about these books is that they're constantly updated. And the other thing is, once you open one up, there's a little thing on the top that says, want to read it in iBooks, or whatever your reader may be. You click on it and it immediately goes there, and it reads like a regular book. So every time you want to read it, you just go to your iBooks and read it right there. So there's things that you need to know. Also, in the do's and don't cards, there's a whole thing about retirement. The do's and don'ts are like quick little golden nuggets that says, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do that. And here they are, like you can see right in front of you. So there is one on retirement, and it tells you what you should be doing. It tells you what you shouldn't be doing. So all of that, Social Security, all of those things are so important that this kit is so comprehensive, I can't even tell you.
I'm looking forward to it.
And I can't wait to hear what you think about it. So next time when we're on, you can call and go, yeah, it's great, okay? Happy retirement to you.
Thank you, Jill, so much for the call. If you want to speak to Suze, give us a call right now, 1-866-376-8255. There may only be 18 minutes left, but we are going to make the most of these 18 minutes. We talk about these 6 gold nuggets. We're only just getting there. I mean, as we go into now the back half of January, maybe it was the do's and the don'ts. Maybe it's the quick facts. Maybe it's getting our insurance protection right. Maybe it's getting rid of debt. Maybe it's tracking our expenses. Maybe it is putting our will together. What do you need to achieve in the new year? You can do it with Suze Orman. She will make it right for you like she's done for me by buying the gold case, folks. This is the world launch of the protection portfolio. You are seeing it here first.
You know, Adam, sometimes it strikes me that maybe people really don't understand why they need a trust, why they need these things. So I'm going to just simply tell you this. If you are out there and you are a woman, you need a living revocable trust more than anybody. Why? Because women, we tend to live longer than men. I will forever think we are killing them off, but that is besides the point. So when you are older, my mom lived till she was 97 years of age. When you get older, who's going to write your checks for you? Who's going to pay your bills? Listen, once you've died, it's no big deal. You're out of here. It's everybody else that has to deal with the mess, right? But if you're alive and you're older, who's going to do that for you? Also, mothers out there, fathers out there, do you know that your minor children cannot inherit money? So if you have left your child as the beneficiary of a life insurance policy or of your retirement accounts, and now something happens to you, that money will go in a blocked account until they are 18 years of age, and they won't be able to get that money if you left it to them outright. A will is not enough. You need a document such as a living revocable trust that says, upon my death, this person will be the trustee for my children and my children's money. Otherwise, who's going to look after it? Remember, a will only says where your assets are to go upon your death, but it does it in the most ineffective cost. It's prohibitive. Do you know in the state of California that if you have a $200,000 home, even if it has a $200,000 mortgage on it, and you left it to your child, it has to go through probate, through a will. Do you know mandatory probate fees on that house would be $10,300? Or you could spend $80 tonight, and that would immediately pass to your children. There are so many reasons why you need a living revocable trust. Oh, you own a home with your spouse in joint tenancy with right of survivorship, and it takes both of your incomes to keep the home. And something happens, or let's say you even own the home outright, who cares? And something happens to one of you, and you either have to move out of the house because they can't walk stairs anymore, or you can't afford the home anymore. Can you sell it? Not if they're incapacitated. So if your spouse is in an accident and they're incapacitated, you cannot sell the house because it takes 2 signatures, and if they're incapacitated, they can't sign. Oh, the trust in here, you could sign for each other no matter what happens. There are things in this trust that you're not going to find anywhere else. There are lawyers who have taken this trust, put it on their computers, you go and see them, and they charge you $2,500 for it. I am telling you, if you care about yourself, your children, your life, this is something you would do to start the year off right.
And just to reiterate, because that right there, the living revocable trust, is part of those must-have documents, folks. That is a conservative $2,500 charge. That's the expense. You know, we go to Suze's trust lawyer, surely the best in the world at what she does. That has been created together with her, with Suze, and now it is yours. So this is neither here nor there. This is nothing. Folks, this card is your key to unlocking all of these amazing benefits. And even in these final 15 minutes, I would encourage you to look and see and search and really listen to what Suze has to say, because this is your time to do it. And if you are just joining us, my next statement will sound ridiculous, but it is true. You only need to buy this once. And with Suze's permission and approval, you can share this with friends and family in your close circle of friends, folks, so they can set up their trust, so they can set up their will, so they have access to all these important documents. You can share, share, share. So it's a one-time purchase that will go a long, 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 long way. Suze, do you want to do one quick call first or go back into here?
No, I think we should just briefly go here really quickly.
Okay.
For those people who maybe just joined us, it's like, what are they talking about?
Right.
What is that thing in front of them? So what you're looking at is what I call my protection portfolio. It's the gold edition because, why? It's gold, everybody. And it's a little suitcase that your life can fit right in this little suitcase. And it's a total organizational tool where everything that you need, in case you had to evacuate the house, in case you just needed to leave for whatever reason, is right here. On this side, there are file folders that are pre-labeled for the 10 most important areas of your life. They expand. They tell you exactly what you need to keep in them, and where do you get the stuff that should be in them from this little card that comes with it that allows you to go on to SuzeOrman.com, and 6 programs come with this. So what's going to happen is you're going to go on SuzeOrman.com, you're going to put in the access code where it tells you to, right on the front page, and up now you have access, just like you see it, to these 6 what I called golden nuggets, because they will make your life gold. First, it is the must-have documents. These must-have documents were created by my own trust lawyer, and they are documents that you must have. You can see them on your screen.
Right.
These 4 must-have documents are $2,500 in value. They will protect you and your loved ones. Next is the insurance evaluator. It evaluates for you 5 different kinds of insurance that most of you have to have. If you're going to buy insurance or you have insurance, it will evaluate the insurance that you have and save you money.
Yeah.
The debt eliminator, it literally asks you questions, you type in the answers, and it gives you an action plan for you to get out and stay out of debt. The expense tracker, you people need to know how much it really costs you every single month to live. You think it costs you X, but it costs you 2X. That's why you have credit card debt. The books, the protection library, 460 pages of books that go with the portfolios, the topics here in this protection portfolio for you. They're online, constantly updated. The do's and don't protection cards. This is just a quick little fun thing that before you go buy a car, before you go buy a house, before you take out student loans, can you just consult it? Because it says, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this, and it will help you. Those are the 6 nuggets. But you have to understand this is a complete financial kit for you. It will help you invest. It will help you know the things you should do. It will protect you from advisors who are really nothing more than salespeople sometimes to get your money from you. Listen, if you have a great financial advisor, they're worth their weight in gold. But how do you know for sure? I can tell you that the markets are going to get very rough over the next year or two. You're going to see a very different next few years than you've seen before. So you need to know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And that's what this kit does.
When you see the clock appear on your screen, definitely start to order. Just a quick heads up, one thing. We've already sold 1,000. We had to cut back the number of airings that Susie's having. For example, she only has one other airing today. It's like at 7 p.m. because there are so few of the brand new gold edition of the protection portfolio. So I'm pleased that at least you're watching tonight because it means you'll definitely get one. But order sooner rather than later. I cannot tell you the peace of mind and the weight that is lifted off you when you do this. Folks, they don't teach you these things at school. They don't show you these things at home. You know, it's hard to understand how to take the right steps and the right action. Susie holds our hand and she takes us through it so anybody can do it. This has never been seen before. It's easier than ever before. If you have Windows or Apple, it doesn't matter. You're gonna fill everything in 30 minutes. You're gonna have the easiest solution to changing things. If something changes, you're married, you're single, you can change it with no expense. Susie said if you have a change in your lifestyle, you go back to the lawyer, there's another $500, there's another $1,000. For you, it is free forever. For you, it is free forever. That $2,500 value of the 4 must-haves is only the beginning. And folks, that is truly one of the reasons why this is so popular. All right, we're gonna go to the phones. Gloria in New York is live on HSN. Gloria, please meet Suze Orman.
Hello.
Hi, Gloria, how are you?
Good, good. I just wanted to share my story. I actually purchased this, and I was able to utilize it as a single person who owns my home outright and never been married, have no kids. I wanted to make sure that I protected myself in the future that something happened to me. Where would all my stuff go to? So I always wanted to get around to go to a lawyer and take care of this, but with work and life, it just never got around to it. I was able to do it in the comfort of my home, at my pace, at my time, and then I also shared it with a sibling who has a blended family, and they were also able to utilize it. So it was wonderful. I was able to get everything done on my time.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? You know what's interesting, Gloria? We always say we're going to get around to it. We always say, oh, I'll figure it out one day. And somehow the days go. And, you know, I stand up here in front of you at 65 years of age. And I'm like, how did that happen? You know, how did that happen? Where did these years go? And some of us are really lucky and we never get ill and we're always okay and we don't have anything go wrong. But yet things can happen in life. So it's really important, whether you're a single woman out there, or you're or parents with children, or you're elderly, or whatever it is, there isn't one of you that doesn't need these documents. And I can say this from the bottom of my heart, because it's true, that you need to know that the documents that you have are good documents, that are documents that have little things in it that protect you. So for instance, let's say you do become incapacitated. It only takes one doctor, according to these documents here, to say, yeah, you're incapacitated. In most trusts, it takes two. Good luck getting two doctors to agree on something. Yeah. So it's so easy for you. Janet Dobrovolny, the trust lawyer, has been doing trusts ever since I can remember. I used to share an office with her, and for years, for 20 years, we sat there and did these things, and I thought, man, if only the world could have these type of documents. Who can afford $2,500? Who can afford that? Now, for $80, it's not just $80 for these must-have documents. It's $80 for this water-resistant case and organizer. It's $80 for the insurance evaluator. It's $80 for the 10 books. It's $80 for the do's and don'ts. It's $80 for the debt eliminator. It's $80 for the expense tracker. And it's $80 to have access to myself and Janet and get answers back. Are you kidding me? I have to tell you, and I also mean this, you are all nuts if you don't do this. You're nuts, because there's going to come a day when you're going to say, why didn't I? Today's the day. January is the month. The time is now for you to live a respectful life where you do the things you need to do, and it's right here for you. So I love, Gloria, that you did it. I love that you gave it to somebody else, and I love that you took the steps to respect yourself enough to protect yourself.
Gloria, thank you so much for taking the time to call, to speak. I know it means the world to Susie. I will tell you, in 15 years of being on TV in England and in America, I've never spoken about a more important product. I've been up here with Susie while people have called in their lives in a tangled mess, upset, truly downbeaten and trodden because things aren't the way they should be, because we didn't do things the way they should have been done. Folks, I will say it, I said it at the start, and I will say it now as we approach the end. If you only buy one item on HSN today, make it this. Buy this for you and your family, for your children, for the people that you love, because inside this gold box, inside this gold briefcase, will be everything that means something. Inside this gold briefcase is everything that will preserve the assets, the money, and all the important things in our lives. Forget the money. The money means nothing. At $81, it's neither here nor there. The value of what's inside and what's unlocked through this activation card is thousands of dollars. We have to do it. Susie, I keep going back to this statement. It's non-negotiable. We've got to do it.
Yeah, the thing, though, that you've got to do is just order it. And here's what you can do. Order it. You get the code. It's open to you, and if you want, send it back, fine. But I can promise you that once you see how easy it is, and it's fun, I'm a fun type of girl. I'm a little serious tonight because it's such a serious topic. And it's a topic that I sit here and I have to tell you, over all the years, the 14 years that I had on the Suze Orman show, I would ponder, why don't they do the things that they can do to help themselves? Why is that? Why do they just want to sit there and not do it? So can you just all try it tonight? It'll put me in a lot better mood, not because we've sold it to you, but because I know that's one other person who's taken care of. And sometimes you get thousands of emails a day like I do, and you go, I can't help this person. Sorry, I can't help you. I can help you now. So the protection portfolio with the 6 golden nuggets. You're gonna love how it works on the iPads or the phones, smartphones, or on your computer. You're gonna love that you can put in pictures and how it works that way, and everything in here is exactly how it should be.
It's amazing, the new technology. Again, launching for the first time, you've got everything, and I mean everything, at your disposal, on your smartphone, on your tablet. You can even allocate pictures to your loved ones, so there's no confusion. If you need to change it, you can change it. If you want to create it, you do it in 30 minutes. It sounds too good to be true, but it is true, and that's why every single person that's ordered it, every single person that's ordered it has given it 5-star after 5-star. 2 very quick things as you are ordering.